10 new e-bikes in the last 6 weeks. This market is getting crazy. Raiders, welcome back to Sam's Bikes, where you know we only talk e-bikes, and today we're going to have a very quick look at 10 new electric mountain bikes that have been released in the last 6 weeks. This market is going crazy. And before we jump into this video, I've got a favor to ask, riders. If you enjoy this content, hit that like button, and if you really feel like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithms. And a massive shout out to Orbea, the long-term sponsor at Sam's Bikes, making the best electric mountain bike tires in the business, and the new sponsor Insta360. I have been rocking this camera for the last 6 weeks. This is the Insta Go, a 26 gram camera. You can mount it all over your bike. It is awesome, and I've been loving this camera of late. And if you're still on the hunt for that perfect e-bike, you've got to check out samsbikes.net, the first, the best sophisticated e-bike finder on the internet. Now, the 10 new electric mountain bikes that have been released in the last 6 weeks, the market is going crazy. Number 1, EMINENT Drive, the first high pivot electric mountain bike on the market. I'm not 100% sure it is, but I think it is. And it looks really cool. Rolling on 29 wheels, available 140 or 160 rear travel, Shimano EP8, 504 watt battery, available in 4 sizes and starting from $8,500 US. For me, when I saw this bike, I was like, wow, they've done a great job. It looks really interesting. But I think it's around 22 kilos or 23 kilos with only a 504 watt battery on the Shimano EP8. I think this bike should either be 19 kilos with a 504 and a range extender, or at least have a 630 or even a 720. But it does look interesting, and it would be cool to see what the benefits are of a high pivot e-bike. Number 2, the new Evil e-bike, and wow, this bike looks epic. And I think we actually saw it a little bit early. I think Shimano released this accidentally, but this is what we know so far about the bike. In typical Evil style, we're rolling on 29 wheels, 170, 166 travel, Shimano EP8, 630 watt battery. We're still not sure on size, pricing, availability, and when it will actually be released. But I'm digging this bike. It looks really cool, and I wish it had a bigger battery or a range extender. Number 3, the VMG Typhon. A few months ago, I was talking to a fellow Aussie, Chris, who was on the pursuit of making an affordable, good enduro e-bike. And it looks like he's just done that. With help from some experts in the industry on suspension kinematics and geometry, the Typhon was born. 23 kilos, 170, 160 travel, 95 Nm Bafang motor, 820 watt battery on a carbon frame. What are we thinking? 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 euros? No, riders, this bike is coming in just over 4,000 euros, which I think is an amazing price. As I said, more information on all bikes will be in the show notes, and you can actually pre-order this bike right now, and I think they've done a great job. Number 4, VR46. And even the Dr. Valentino Rossi wants in on this explosive e-bike market. The VR46 is rolling on mullet wheels, Bosch Gen 4, 750 watt battery, 170, 160 travel, 2 sizes and 2 models. The VR46 Limited is a very appropriate name for this bike because only 46 models will be made by the doctor, and he will be signing all 46 models. The VR46 looks like a really interesting bike. I'm not sure how much Rossi had to do with this bike, but he's definitely got some professionals working on it. The geo looks good, the bike looks great, and it will be very interesting to see what else comes out in the future from the VR46 brand. And number 5, Fulgur Mula, I think is how you say it. 20 kilos, 90 Nm Poloni motor, 504 battery, but with various range extender options, 160 mils of travel front and rear, rolling on mullet wheels, available in 3 sizes and starting from 7,000 euros. I actually saw a few of these bikes racing the EWS this year, and they look really good. And I actually think the famous Italian brand Poloni could do a fair bit of damage in the coming years in the e-bike market. And I would love to get my hands on this motor and try it out. Number 6, Focus Jam Squared. If you're a big YouTuber, you would have probably seen the ads that are floating around YouTube right now. Focus have done another sensational job with this advertising. If you haven't seen it, riders, definitely check it out. I'm really liking the look of the new Jam Squared. It's definitely a trail bike through and through. Rolling on 29, Shimano EP8 motor and a massive 720 watt battery. 150 mils of travel front and rear, flip chip, a USB plug, available in 4 sizes and starting from 5,500 euros. As I said, this could be a great all-round trail bike. I'm loving the color and also that big battery and also that carry pouch, which I think is a good idea. Number 7, Giant Trance Advance X. Rolling on 29 wheels, 150 and 140 mils of suspension. The all-new Yamaha PWX3 motor with Giant's own sync drive software and a 625 watt internal battery and a 250 range extension option. The top 2 models are offering Fox Live Valve, which is like an automatic suspension system. It's available in 4 sizes and starting from 6,400 euros. I really like the look of the new Trance. I love the low standover height. I love the idea of having automatic suspension because some of the suspension on these new bikes are really hard to set up. So I'd love to try that. And I'd also love to try the new PWX3 with the Giant software. Number 8, Specialized Levo Gen 3 in aluminium. Okay, we all knew it was coming, but here it is just before Christmas, and the Levo Gen 3 in aluminium is looking epic. And it's in the shops right now, and I reckon they're gonna sell like hotcakes. Starting from 6,000 euros, but if I was looking at the Levo Gen 3 aluminium, I would go for the comp, which is 1,000 euros more expensive. You're getting a big 700 watt battery. You're also getting the 6-way geometry change that you're getting in all the high-end Gen 3s. And for me, this has been my long-term test bike, and I think it is the best trail bike on the market. If you want like that trail duro, because you can change those geometry settings to more enduro or less enduro, more trail. Hugely versatile bike. Number 9, Orbea Rise Hydro, 19 kilos, 540 watt battery, 60 Newton meters starting from 5,000 euros. This bike looks epic. The new Rise Hydro is sitting between a superlight e-bike and a full powered e-bike. You could actually ride with both groups of riders. Rolling on 29 wheels, 150, 140 suspension, Shimano EP8 RS with 60 Newton meters, and you can also add a 252 watt range extender. Available in 4 sizes and starting from a very respectable 5,000 euros. But I don't really get why they stayed at 150, 140. Why not 160, 150, or even better, 170, 160? Make a different bike, because I know a lot of people are kind of Frankensteining these bikes and taking them up to 170 or 160. So Orbea, I would love to see that in the near future. And lucky last, number 10, Trek Rail. I was really surprised to see Trek update the rail frame because it's not that old, and in my opinion, it is and was a great bike. I was hoping, like probably a lot of people, to see like an E-Slash, a big super enduro, like 170, 180 enduro e-bike before they updated the Trek Rail again. But obviously the trail market is the biggest market, and we are in a bit of a battery war. So what they've done is they've made the Trek Rail a little bit longer, like 20 mil in each sizes, a bit longer. In my opinion, maybe a little bit too long for a trail bike. They've also made it mullet compatible and put the whopping 750 watt battery in from Bosch, and also upgraded all the buttons and all the units for the new Bosch Generation 4. The new Trek Rail will only be available in the top spec models, so starting from around 9,500 euros and available in 4 sizes. And riders, that was a very quick look at all the new e-bikes that have dropped in the last 6 weeks. It is crazy. This market is blowing up. And if you're still not sure what is going to be your next e-bike, head over to samsbikes.net. I think you're going to love it. Let me know what you think. I think it is the best way to look and to buy your next e-bike. And riders, that's it for me this week. Massive shout out for everyone that's been watching the channel. It really means a lot. If you haven't subscribed to Sam's Bikes, please do so. Share it with like-minded people. It really does mean a lot. And stay safe out there, and I'll see you next week.